What's up, guys? Welcome back to Investing with Paco. Is this Bitcoin ETF that might come out next week be the catalyst that we need for Bitcoin to hit $100,000 or maybe more? Or is this just buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event? Stay tuned and find out by watching this video. But before we get into that, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the like button. I do upload every single day anything related to the stock market and cryptocurrencies. So if you might be interested, please consider hitting that subscribe button and let's get this video started. So before we get into that, I want to kind of discuss about the total market caps that we have in crypto right now. So the global crypto market cap is at 2.49, so let's call it $2.5 trillion. Almost a 3% increase over the last day, so that's amazing. Thanks to Bitcoin and Ethereum, because we've seen a pretty good pump on Ethereum between today and yesterday. So Bitcoin finally crossed over the $60,000 mark, and it's nuts. We're literally that close to about to pass the all-time high that we had. So for Bitcoin, it's up about almost 4.5% for the day and up 13% for the past 7 days. And Ethereum is another crypto to watch out for because it's starting to grow and grow and grow fast. It's up almost 1% during the day, up around 7.62 for the past week. So these are the main two you should be really be looking out for, because these are going to be the signs to tell when the alt season is going to start pumping out the other coins. So let's get into an article I want to get into related to the Bitcoin ETF that might come out next week. And I say might because it's not official yet. So we have an article here about CNBC. The first Bitcoin Futures ETF in the US is set to begin trading next week. That's a pretty bold headline. So you might think, what does Futures ETF mean? So as you know, an ETF will pretty much be you're giving your money into buying the asset of Bitcoin. But a futures ETF, all it really is it's not really relating to like our retail investors or anything, but more like you have a contract that gives you the option to buy Bitcoin in the future date at a price, and with a rise of price will change the price on the contract. So that's kind of what a future ETF is. So regardless, it's still pretty big for Bitcoin. We know that the past couple times, past years, they've been trying to come out with a Bitcoin ETF, but they keep rejecting and rejecting. But finally, we've seen that they haven't rejected this one yet, and it seems really promising. So I think this could be a sign that if it does get approved and starts trading next week, we're gonna see probably a lot of money just starting to plow into the ETF, which in turn is gonna pump the price of Bitcoin. Which, in my idea, I could see it pass $100,000. But what we need to be careful about is, first of all, if they reject for some reason the ETF next week, that would probably signal a really bad time for cryptocurrencies. That's just going to drop Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the other cryptos down. So that's something we really need to keep an eye out. That, and we really need to hope that this isn't a buy the rumor, sell the news event, because we've seen this time after time again on just not Bitcoin, but like different like different cryptos out there. We've seen it on Dogecoin when it was going to go on SNL. A lot of people thought it was going to go to $1 and probably more, but look what happened. Everyone was buying the rumor and sold the news. Same thing happened with Cardano. Cardano was going to release their smart contracts in September, and a lot of people were just buying the rumor. And finally, when they finally released the contracts, that's when we started seeing, before the contracts, Cardano was pretty much almost hitting $3. And after they released contracts, everybody just sold out because they saw the news. So I'm really hoping this isn't the case. I really doubt it, because in the past we've seen them trying to kind of do Bitcoin ETFs, but like automatically get rejected. So this one's really promising. So let's just read some key points. The Pro Shares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, which will give exposure to Bitcoin futures contracts, but not the spot market, will trade under the ticker BITO. So here's kind of an idea when I was kind of explaining what a futures Bitcoin future is compared to a regular ETF. So pretty much you're not buying into Bitcoin, you're buying into a contract that will in the future buy into Bitcoin at a certain price. So that's what a futures Bitcoin ETF would mean if they approve it next week. Which, like I said, will make Bitcoin super bullish because we're going to see lots and lots of money, probably talking about trillions of dollars, getting pumped into Bitcoin, which in turn is going to trickle down to all the other cryptos. So this is really bullish. Watch out for this. Stay tuned by subscribing to this channel. I will release new videos every day that comes out related to any crypto news. So let's keep reading. So the SEC had now formally approved the creation of Bitcoin Futures ETF as of Friday afternoon, and the agency may never make a formal declaration of approval for it. So, like I said, it's not an official approval yet, but it's looking promising. So the proposed date for the listing is Monday, according to the new filing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's when it will begin trading. That could come later in the week. So here's a date that we need to look out for. So starting Monday, look out for the approval or denial on the futures Bitcoin ETF. But if you don't want to look out for it, just subscribe to my channel and you'll see what happens. So it looks like if they do get it approved, it's not going to be trading that same day, but it could come later during the week. So if they do approve it, I don't really think it matters when they're going to start trading. That's just going to automatically shoot up the price of Bitcoin because people are going to get super bullish and just think that as soon as it starts trading, it's going to pass 100,000. So a lot of people are going to start piling in a whole bunch of money into Bitcoin, and in turn, hopefully, you start piling a lot of money into Ethereum because I do have a lot of money in Ethereum. So the Bitcoin Futures ETF and Pro Shares will begin trading next week. An amendment filing from the company indicated late Friday, making a milestone moment in development of the crypto industry in the United States. The SEC had not formally approved the creation of Bitcoin Futures ETF as of Friday, so we already read this in the beginning. But yeah, there's really no point to read all this. I kind of already summarized everything in the beginning of the video. So that's it for today's video, and this is why I do believe that Bitcoin will pass 100,000 after this ETF, if this isn't a sell the news event. So stay tuned and comment down below to see what you think about this futures ETF, and we'll see you next time. Peace.